शहीद हो जाते हैं। उस घटना की जानकारी ना संसद में उन्होंने पेश की।
लैप्स हुआ है, बिल्कुल लैप्स हुआ है।
It appears to be yet another self-goal by the grand old party. At a time when Rahul Gandhi is in Jammu and Kashmir on his Bharat Jodo Yatra, a senior Congress leader has raised doubts about the surgical strike in 2016 by the Indian Army, soon after a terror attack on its camp in Uri. Senior leader Digvijay Singh at a public meet in Jammu claimed that Narendra Modi government had failed to furnish proof on the surgical strike.
सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक की बात करते हैं कि हमने इतने लोग मार गिराए, लेकिन प्रमाण कुछ नहीं, केवल झूठ का पुलंदा से ये राज कर रहे हैं।
The Congress leader also claimed the Modi government had refused the CRPF demand for airlifting, indicating that the Pulwama terror attack in 2019 that killed 40 personnel was the result of security lapse.
सीआरपीएफ के लोगों ने, डायरेक्टर ने मांग की थी इन सीआरपीएफ के जवानों को हवाई जहाज से श्रीनगर से दिल्ली भेजा जाए, लेकिन मोदी जी ने मना कर दिया और हमारे 40 सीआरपीएफ के जवान शहीद हो जाते हैं। आज तक उस घटना की जानकारी ना संसद में उन्होंने पेश की, ना जनता के सामने रखी।
When India Today confronted Digvijay Singh over his controversial remark, senior Congress leader Jairam Ramesh shoved away India Today mic and pushed our reporter Sunil Bhatt, asking him not to divert the issue. This was not the first time that Digvijay has questioned the surgical strike.
श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी से बड़ा झूठा व्यक्ति हमने देखा नहीं। खुले में तो सैटेलाइट के माध्यम से सारी पिक्चर सामने आ जाती है, तो जिस तरह का प्रमाण अमेरिका की सरकार ने उसामा बिन लादेन के बारे में पूरे विश्व को दिया, उस तरह का प्रमाण हमको भी देना चाहिए।
While Digvijay Singh continues to doubt the anti-terror crackdown by the army, Pakistani voices have conceded in the past that India indeed carried out surgical strikes in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and killed at least 5 soldiers and many terrorists.
1971 के बाद आज तक कभी इंडिया ने पाकिस्तान की फजा को क्रॉस नहीं किया जी। बाई एयर अटैक 1971 आखिरी साल था, कारगिल की लड़ाई में भी नहीं किया जी, सॉरी। और आज जो उनके 14 जहाज आए, जिस दिन जब्बा में गालबन अजहर साहब का मदरसा बेहतर बताएंगे, यहाँ बैठे हैं, मदरसा तालीमुल कुरान एक है जरूर है, लेकिन वो ना होने के बराबर है।
Digvijay Singh's latest outburst has given the BJP fresh ammunition to target the Congress.
INC should be named as PPP, Pak Parast Party, because once again the Congress party is down to spreading the Pakistani narrative and Congress का हाथ फिर से एक बार पाकिस्तान के साथ।
The Indian Army had launched the surgical strike as a retaliatory measure on the intervening night of September 29th and 30th in 2016. The strike was in response to the terror attack on an army camp in Uri that killed 17 Indian soldiers. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, we have the latest news break coming in. Jairam Ramesh has just tweeted from the Congress, the views expressed by senior leader Digvijay Singh are his own and do not reflect the position of the Congress party. Surgical strikes were carried out before 2014 by UPA government. The Congress has supported and will continue to support all military actions that are in national interest. Clearly, viewers, at this point, the Congress understanding that this could result in a huge blowback. 2019 surgical strikes was a big politically emotive issue, resulting in many political analysts would suggest a thumping victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party. To question it again when you are just about a year short of general elections again could prove detrimental for the Congress prospects. And understanding that, Jairam Ramesh, who is the communication chief of the Congress party, has tweeted out saying these views are of Digvijay Singh's alone and do not reflect the views of the party. My colleague Sunil G. Bhatt, joining us from Jammu, tried to speak to Digvijay Singh and he was interrupted by none else but Jairam Ramesh. Sunil G, the question, of course, is that the Congress understanding how detrimental this could be for the Congress party, for the Bharat Jodo Yatra now going through Jammu and Kashmir, understanding all of that, Jairam Ramesh tweeting out, distancing the party from the leader, saying these views are his alone.
Absolutely, Preeti. An embarrassed Congress is now in a damage control mode. And as you said, that Congress party has realized, the seriousness of the situation, because Rahul Gandhi has been, doing Padyatra every day. And Digvijay Singh's, controversial remarks today from the podium of his rally could somehow damage the gains that the Congress party may have made through this Bharat Jodo Yatra. Digvijay Singh, questioned surgical strikes. He also made controversial remarks on Pulwama terror attack. And when I confronted Digvijay Singh after the rally, I was the only journalist who confronted him after the rally, and I asked, a specific question to him that what was he trying to convey and what is the Congress party stand on Pulwama terror attack as well as on the surgical strike. He was answering my question, but Jairam Ramesh spotted me asking these questions to Digvijay Singh, and he stopped, he prevented me from asking the questions and he just pushed me. So he understood that Digvijay Singh has, committed a big blunder and it could damage the Congress party severely, that too in a year when, assembly elections are going to take place in many states, and next year the all important, Lok Sabha elections are going to take place, because BJP is very good at, latching on leaders of the Congress party. In the past also, the Congress party leaders have made controversial remarks, be it Mani Shankar Iyer, before the 2014 elections, and we all know that how the BJP milked it. So tomorrow is Rahul Gandhi's all-important press conference, and the Congress party doesn't want the press conference to be derailed.
To be dominated, yes, to be dominated by what Digvijay Singh says. Appreciate you joining us, Sunil. We'll come back to you for more. Want to quickly bring in Rahul Srivastava, our national affairs editor, to break it down, politically. But Rahul, there's only one meaning of all of this, and that seems to be the fact which many analysts would now look at it, that it's a surgical strike of sorts by Digvijay Singh on his own party. Why would he say something when he knew very well in 2019 the surgical strikes practically formed the backbone of the huge wave of which the Modi government came back to power with?
Pretty few points are very critical here. That is it because there was an electoral setback in one election, and especially when there are no elections really around, say a national election where there is a national narrative. Because of that, should there be no mention of something which happened in a particular area, especially when it is the principal opposition party or a party which is fighting for the principal opposition space? The point that what Mr. Digvijay Singh has said is factually not far from the truth, that yes, there were certain elements which the public doesn't know, Parliament didn't know about, but the Congress's reaction, that is the key element. The Congress's reaction gives me indication of two possibilities. One, it was a deliberate attempt because Digvijay Singh is a senior leader. He has had a track record of taking on the Modi government, be on several issues, even like, say, Sadhvi Pragya issue. Digvijay Singh was one of the most vocal people at that time. And he has been taking a position for the Congress party on those lines. Now, in that, he has said something, brought something into the public domain. The Congress has distanced itself away from it. This is how political parties operate, that if they want to bring something in the public domain, they distance from it and they speak in two tongues. The other fact is that, is there a major embarrassment for the Congress party? The BJP will like from here on to create a narrative on this against the Congress party be it on Pulwama and in Balakot and in several other elements. That is a different element. But the question here is that is it a major setback for the Congress party? I think the Congress party definitely will, although it has distanced, but I think it has eventually managed to do something which has not been around since Balakot in 2019 terror strike is concerned. I think eventually people may say, Deram may say, that it is derailing Rahul Gandhi's, the message of Rahul Gandhi's Yatra. But I think this is a political element which has emerged advertently or inadvertently.
All right, Rahul, stay with me because, we're going to quickly cut across to the other big politically emotive story, and that also, viewers, 1 year before general elections, the legacy war over Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose have erupted once again on his 126th birth anniversary. The first time, RSS celebrated his birth anniversary with much pomp in Kolkata, with Mohan Bhagwat addressing a function. Netaji's kin, meanwhile, have claimed RSS ideology never aligned with Bose's.
And I do hope that in future we shall make greater use. And I do hope that in future we shall make greater use.
The 126th birth anniversary of India's biggest revolutionary, Subhash Chandra Bose, saw some big bang political fireworks in his Karm Bhumi, Bengal. Kolkata witnessed a high-voltage RSS versus Trinamool Netaji legacy war crossfire. The Sangh Parivar, unfazed by the criticism of Bose's daughter Anita Pfaff, held a massive meet to pay tribute to Netaji.
सारा जीवन एक अग्निगर्भ तपस्या है और ये तपस्या हंसते हंसते उन्होंने पार की। देश के लिए की, अपना नाम हो इसलिए नहीं की। देश के लिए किसी भी प्रकार का साहस अपने प्राणों की तबाह न करते हुए करना, उन्हीं का जीवन उसका आदर्श।
Has it been going too far?
The RSS tribute came hours after Bose's daughter had described him as a leftist who was poles apart from the RSS in a world-exclusive interview to India Today.
Soviet Union had not yet. I certainly would not agree that Netaji shared the ideology of what I believe is RSS ideology.
The Bose family was split on the Sangh's tribute to the founder of the Azad Hind Fauj. While Ardhendu Bose, who attended the RSS event, slammed Anita, other family members were at Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee's tribute.
RSS always, the Satsang Chalakji and the members of the RSS have always had a lot of respect for Netaji. And I think she has been misled by some members of my family.
Okay.
I don't think she knows Anita.
Now, RSS follows, I think, the ideology of Hindu Mahasabha. Either you shun the communal leaders that you have been following and accept Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's inclusive secular ideology.
The Trinamool said that the RSS is trying to appropriate the icon for political gains for the BJP. But the Saffron Party hit back, saying it's Prime Minister Modi who ended decades of neglect for Netaji.
Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose did not believe in the ideology related to this RSS and others. So, RSS has nothing to do with Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose.
Okay.
And they are only trying to help BJP in related to vote bank politics.
देखिए तृणमूल कांग्रेस को नेताजी का आइडियोलॉजी पता नहीं। नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस का जीवन पूरी तरह से परे, उनका जीवन जो है उनका आदर्श थे स्वामी विवेकानंद। स्वामी विवेकानंद सारा जीवन वेदांत की बात करते थे। अब वेदांत परे है, तृणमूल कांग्रेस के कोई नेता वेदांत के बारे में कुछ बता सकते? कोई बता नहीं सकता। तो वो लोग जो बोलते हैं तो स्वाभाविक है, उन पे मत जाइए आप।
The Netaji legacy fight also saw an ugly clash between the Trinamool and Forward Bloc at Uttar Dinajpur district over the garlanding of Netaji's statue. With Suryagni Roy in Kolkata, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, cutting across back to our national affairs editor, Rahul Srivastav, who's joining us for more. Rahul, one would hope usually that one would be able to separate the legend from the legacy, celebrate the legend, let the legacy be. But that's not quite expected of politics, is it?
Yes, Preeti, it's very sad that not only a legacy and a legend are up for a contest, political one in character. It is dividing the polity while the man himself wanted to unite the polity and the people. Worse is, I think there is a division now. Even I think this politics had led to a division even among those who are the inheritors of the legacy, and I think that's not a very, very happy thing to happen. But yes, I think there is a great amount of earnestness with which the BJP, political earnestness, the BJP is going into to carry that element that it is trying to co-opt Netaji as somebody who has been a discarded or disregarded freedom fighter, hero from the freedom struggle. BJP did it in 2021. It tries to utilize the Parakram Divas, the memorials, and the other was the Prime Minister has gone around naming islands today. If you see what he has talked about here, while he is talking about Veer Savarkar, incarcerations, and Subhash Chandra Bose, all in the same breath. I think there is a very, very strong attempt by the Prime Minister and the BJP to lay claim to that legacy or that co-option which they have been trying for a certain amount of time. But I think what we are ignoring are quieter elements of celebrating that legacy. Say, for example, a BJD celebrating, holding a small function at Cuttack, at the Janaki Nath Bhavan in Cuttack, which is the ancestral home of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. I think this battle is likely to intensify between the BJP and the opposition, especially with somebody like Mamata Banerjee, who's feisty about such things. She's planning to bring out a book of 50 unknown freedom fighters by the time the next Calcutta Book Fair is around. So what we are likely to see that in Bengal, the legacy battle is likely to get intensified.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Rahul. We're going to continue to come back to you, but what we can really expect is in days to come, as we run up to the big tectonic election of 2024, legacy wars will only peak, be it Netaji or be it Shastri or be it Patel. It's all going to happen. With that, I want to quickly shift focus to the other developing news that we are tracking. Now, days after Bihar's education minister's comment against Hinduism, or rather the Ramcharitmanas, now Samajwadi Party MLC, Swami Prasad Maurya has made derogatory statements again, where it comes down to the Ramcharitmanas, claiming that the book discriminates against Dalits and tribals. Now, Swami Prasad Maurya demanded that the book be banned. When asked if banning will hurt the sentiments of crores of Hindus, now SP Maurya said that nobody reads the book in any case, denying that Hindus don't read the book. Maurya called the Ramcharitmanas rubbish. He further alleged that Saint Tulsidas wrote the book for his own pleasure. Meanwhile, the religious seers and BJP leaders have launched a counter-attack on Maurya.
कितना भी ज्ञानी क्यों न हो, कितना भी विद्वान क्यों न हो, कितना भी ज्ञाता क्यों न हो, लेकिन शूद्र है तो उसका सम्मान मत करिए। क्या यही धर्म है? यही धर्म है? अगर यही धर्म है तो ऐसे धर्म को मैं नमस्कार करता हूं।
क्या किया जाना चाहिए?
ऐसे धर्म से हम ऐसे धर्म का सत्यानाश हो जो हमारा सत्यानाश चाहता है।
तुलसीदास की रामायण करोड़ों हिंदुओं की आस्था का एक ग्रंथ है, वो घरों में मानस पाठ होता है उसका, तो आपको नहीं लगता कि इससे वो जो हिंदू है वो नाराज हो जाएंगे आपसे?
मैं कोई करोड़ों लोग इसको नहीं पढ़ते, सब बकवास है। ये तुलसीदास ने अपनी प्रसन्नता, अपनी खुशी के लिए लिखा है।
तो स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य क्या चाहते हैं, क्या मांग करते हैं?
इस अंश को सरकार को संज्ञान लेते हुए जो आपत्तिजनक अंश है उसे बाहर करना चाहिए, या इस पूरी पुस्तक को बैन कर देना चाहिए, जिससे कि बड़े पैमाने पर दलितों, आदिवासियों, पिछड़ों की भावनाएं आहत हो रही हैं।
मतलब रामचरितमानस को बैन कर देना चाहिए?
स्वाभाविक रूप से बैन कर देना चाहिए।
मैं उनको शास्त्रार्थ की चुनौती देता हूं और चैलेंज करता हूं कि एक भी रामचरितमानस की चौपाई को शुद्ध उच्चारण नहीं कर सकते हैं, अर्थ की तो बहुत दूर बात रही। जिस विषय में जानकारी न हो उस विषय में बयान नहीं देना चाहिए।
तो रामचरितमानस एक ऐसा ग्रंथ है जो कितनी भाषाओं में लिखा गया है और कितना बृहत है। इसको जब भी पढ़ता है व्यक्ति और जब भी इसका जो है चित्रण देखता है, टीवी पर हो, मंच पर हो, तो हमेशा नया जैसा प्रतीत होता है। इस तरीके की बात किसी भी राजनेता के कहने के लिए मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये उचित है, और इस तरीके की मानसिकता रखना रामचरितमानस के बारे में ये बहुत ही निकृष्ट मानसिकता है।
All right, the latest news break coming in. It seems Samajwadi Party leader Akhilesh Yadav is upset over Swami Prasad Maurya's remarks over Ramcharitmanas. Sources have told India Today that Akhilesh could hold a press conference to clarify Samajwadi Party's position in this and to distance the party's stand from Maurya's remarks. Now, according to sources, several MLAs have spoken to Akhilesh over the phone. There is huge discontent within the party over SP MLC's controversial statement. All right, viewers, that's the latest that we are getting in. It seems Akhilesh Yadav deeply upset by Swami Prasad Maurya's remark on Ramcharitramanas. What is expected is that the Samajwadi Party will soon hold a press conference distancing itself from the remarks of Maurya. All right, here's the latest news break coming in. Unruly and inappropriate behavior by a passenger on the Delhi-Hyderabad SpiceJet flight at Delhi airport today. The video of the incident has gone viral in social media. The passenger and a co-passenger were deboarded and handed over to the security team at the airport. Well, this was a video that was taken in flight by other passengers, and you can clearly see one man getting up and getting into an argument with the cabin crew. What we are given to understand is that passenger in question was deboarded and the flight took off after some time.
She's crying, literally crying.
Without a quick break, to stay with us on the other side is our fact check segment.
It's 2023, and India remains the sole shining star in the global economy. So what lies ahead as the Modi government prepares its last full budget before the 2024 general elections? Join the biggest names in business journalism, decoding the jargon with the biggest newsmakers. From the most credible, in-depth analysis of Budget 2023, tune in for Modinomics 2023 through the month. Only on India Today and Business Today Television, gold standard of business journalism.
Don't Show Up hitmaker Dua Lipa will make her acting debut in an upcoming spy thriller titled Argyle.
The greater the spy, the bigger the lie.
The film is based on a book by the same name written by first-time author Ellie Conway. The film will be directed by Matthew Vaughn, who is known for Kingsman films, and will also feature Henry Cavill, Bryce Dallas Howard, Samuel L. Jackson, Ariana DeBose, Bryan Cranston, and Catherine O'Hara. The pop star, known for her hits like Levitating and New Rules, among others, not only wants to act but is also planning to set up her own TV and film production company so she can back stories she believes in and produce them with bigger studios.
To myself, one, don't
don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone. 2, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. 3, don't be his friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you
Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
him. I got no rules, I count him.
Welcome back, viewers. You're watching a fact-check segment where we bust certain claims masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp group. There's a claim suggesting zero internet shutdowns in Jammu and Kashmir in 2022. The fact-check on that, at least 49 shutdowns ordered by the centre. With that quick fact-check, time for us to go into a break. Stay with me. On the other side is To The Point.
Do you think Netaji Subhash Bose's and Congress's ideology was similar?
In a number of ways, yes. Congress as well as Netaji believed that India should be a secular state as far as the political aspects are concerned. Even though he personally was a very religious man, he certainly believed that the state should not be a state of theocracy, so to say.
But the Congress party and the Gandhi family, they have faced charges like spying on Netaji. Do you think the Gandhi family overshadowed Netaji Subhash Bose's contribution to the country?
We have to remember that at one stage, Netaji and Pandit Nehru were friends. After all, Netaji was present when Mrs. Gandhi passed away in Europe, and he helped with the arrangements for her death rituals here, and considered Jawaharlal Nehru a brother, so to say. On the other hand, he was very disappointed when Jawaharlal Nehru did not support him when he tried to become re-elected as Congress president. The older Gandhi, or rather Nehru family, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Indira Gandhi, knew him personally, and even though their governments did not necessarily make great efforts to recognize the INA's and Netaji's contribution, sort of keeping to the narrative that it was only the civil disobedience movement that brought about independence, which of course from later documents we know this was not true. The, so to say, younger Nehru Gandhi generation, I think, was not so much aware of Netaji's contribution and not so much willing to recognize his contribution.
Co-powered by Samsonite. Tested like Samsonite. Volkswagen Tiguan, India's safest SUVW.
Good evening, you're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. We are 76 years after his disappearance on his 126th birth anniversary. the fight to claim the legacy of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is rife. One would hope that the legend would be celebrated, where the legacy, there wouldn't be any war to claim that legacy, but that's too much to ask for politics. But this is what transpired today. "76 years after his disappearance, on the 126th birth anniversary of January the 23rd. There is an all-out political war over the legacy of this man from West Bengal, who over years has acquired cult figure status, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Netaji today a politically emotive icon, his evocation an effective political tool. 1 year before the